Hey guys, it's Juju. So real quick, I just wanted to come on here. I might do a longer video on this. I'm not exactly sure yet. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe. Turn on your notification bell so you can be notified when I do upload another video regarding this or whatever. But Derrick Jaxn and his wife, they recently got a divorce. I've been seeing a lot of stuff floating around on the internet about mainly other women basically saying that Danae, she lost, quote unquote, lost her husband. Okay, so my boyfriend, he actually is the first person that showed me that Derrick Jaxn and his wife got a divorce. And then later on that day, I actually saw a picture floating around of Derrick Jaxn and what seems to be a younger woman. You know, they were holding drinks and they looked to be smiling and like, I guess they're an item now. And so that's the narrative, that he has already moved on. And so now women are basically saying that Danae Jaxn lost, quote unquote, lost her husband to this younger, vibrant thing. And it's because she let herself go and she, you know, all of these different things. And I think that is bullshit, and I think that is so sad, and I think that is so sick how some women, and a lot of the times it's mostly other black women, like to look down on women who they deem themselves to be better as because they have never been through traumatic relationships, or they have and they got out of it, and it's just sick. I don't know. But I just think that instead of us looking at it as she lost her husband, like, first of all, we already know who Derrick Jaxn is. He's a fucking total narcissist. So it's like, how are you trying to say that this woman lost her husband? If anything, he lost her. She lost herself, and we can see that. There is a lot of women that I look up to when it comes to like femininity and learning about hypergamy. Like, they were one of the first women that really taught me about like valuing yourself and self-worth and all of these different things. And I'm starting to find myself unfollowing these women because a lot of their views are just delusional. They're very far-fetched, and I'm not going to say any names or anything like that, but I don't like when we as women don't hold space for each other when life happens, because we try to take these situations and blame people or just judge each other in order to feel better about whatever it is that your job is, or whatever it is so you can, like, you know, back up the message that you are already trying to convey on your platform. Like, I feel like that's manipulative. It's fake. It's like, it's building a false narrative, because in the first place, she didn't lose Derrick Jaxn. I don't feel like there was anything that she could have done differently to have gotten him to stay or be this man that he just really is not. He never was, and he's never going to be, because he's a narcissist. So it's like, in this particular case, I don't feel like she's getting criticized for the right things. I don't feel like the criticism is cool, because I really feel like there's something mentally and spiritually going on in that union. And I'm actually glad that they are getting a divorce, and I do hope that she is able to bounce back, because she was she is a beautiful woman, and obviously, you know, she had something that attracted him to her in the first place. But when you allow a man to manipulate you, and when you lose yourself trying to please a man, or trying to just, you know, understand why, you know, what it is that happened in your relationship, and you can kind of lose yourself. And even if you have not been through it, I'm sure you have aunties, your mom, your grandma, somebody in your life that has been through these types of things, and you would never say those things about the women that you love, that you've seen be hurt. You would want someone to try to see what would happen in your situation if it was you. So I really think that it's really kind of messed up how women take these opportunities in order to say, well, this is why you lost your man, because you're not doing X, Y, and Z. And in her particular case, I don't think that she stopped doing it because she got comfortable. I think that she was cheated on so much. She was berated and belittled so much. And this is an abusive situation to where she literally lost herself, and she is battling something spiritually to where she felt like, I'm not going to say she feels like, but because I heard that she had put a hex on different people.
And speaking against the names Danae Jackson and Derrick Jaxn in mockery, accusations, slanders, and lies, may the mercies of God be withdrawn from you. May your husbands and wives become widows. Let your children become fatherless. Let your seed become vagabonds on the earth. Let the words of your mouth and your words of your hands be returned back to you. Let it go down your throat and choke you slowly until your days become few on the earth.
When she was really deep into religion and the Bible and things like that, and she was feeling like God, brought this man into her life in order to abuse her. So that's why I say that I feel like there is something deeper going on with her, but we just don't know. And I feel like that is the reason for her letting herself go. I don't feel like she just let herself go, and that's the reason why Derrick decided to just go out and be a shitty husband. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like the fact that women are trying to blame this woman for, anything. It's just like, no. I do understand that she probably wanted validation from him. Most likely she did. They probably had like a codependent relationship. She feels like she's more of a sweeter, softer woman, and he feels like he was the one wearing the pants in the relationship. And yeah, she's beautiful and everything. And I feel like because he cheated on her so much, and I'm sure he, talked to her super crazy, behind closed doors, because from what we could see, he did not respect that woman at all. And so you can just imagine what she's been through years throughout that marriage, and even especially with children that they have, right? So as women and as mothers and as daughters and as sisters and aunts and whatever, we have to be careful about how we speak on different situations and how we look at different people when they're going through these situations, because it can easily be you. It can be anybody else that you are close to, that you love. And if they look back and they see like this is how you view them, and it's not even and the perception is wrong, then that can be really, really hurtful. So I feel like it's just something that people need to think about. It's just something that people need to kind of do their research on, because if you don't know anything about the relationship, then that's one thing. But if you do know anything about the relationship, then why would you sit up here and tell this woman that you're the reason why your husband stepped out on you, and you're the reason why your husband is an ain't shit person? It makes absolutely no sense. Absolutely no sense. And I feel like it's been a thing lately of when men are caught cheating, or when men are, doing infidelity in their relationship, when they're not, being faithful in their relationships, we like to blame the woman. Oh, well, it's your fault because you stayed. Or, we like to look at women. Oh, why would you get mad at the woman? Your man is the one that's, we like to blame everything. All the blame is always on the woman who was manipulated into being with a man who's been a cheater, never had any intentions on being faithful to her, or we always try to find a way for it to be her fault, right? It's your fault because you stayed, or it's your fault because you're not doing this. It's your fault because you're not doing this and that. And really, the person was either lied to, or they don't have the proper boundaries, or there's always a teachable moment. There's always something bigger that's the reason behind why people do the things that they do, or why people allow the things that they allow. And I think instead of belittling people and basically telling people that they deserve it, which is pretty much enticing more trauma onto that person, But anyway, I feel like we should start having conversations about the reasoning behind these different situations that happen, especially when everybody's talking about it. It's like we take these moments that can be very profound and teachable, and moments where we can look at the bigger picture, and we just dumb it all the way the fuck down. Even went as far as to say, well, you know, a lot of you guys think that you're better because you don't wear fake hair and nails and makeup and da 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 da. And I feel like people are taking the moment of obviously vulnerability and hurt that this woman was going through when, you know, after the cheating allegations, and not even allegations because he admitted to it, and we all know that he cheated on this woman, his wife. After all of that went out, and he basically went on to further humiliate her and have her come on camera and basically look like a fucking captive and say, you know, everything in our marriage is okay. And we saw that everything was not okay. We could tell that something was wrong with this woman. It was like, blink once if you're okay, blink twice if, you know, you want us to call the cops for you or something. But because we saw her in that vulnerable moment, in her bonnet, in her home, you know, dressed down, and lately she has been, you know, dressing down, and it's almost like she has become a shell of herself. Because when I did really get a chance to see, you know, what she looked like, you know, when she was vibrant and when she was lively and when she would dress up and really look like a feminine woman, she is a knockout. And so it's not that she was never this bad bitch. It's not that she's this homely woman and she just whatever, or she just let herself go because she got comfortable. It's like, look at the bigger picture, put two and two the fuck together. Instead of you being so judgmental, instead of you trying to put this woman down, look at the facts. Like, that is just as simple as that. So it feels like, you know, when people, like I said, I was seeing people say, you know, if you don't wear weave and you don't wear makeup, you're not better. He's just going to end up cheating on you or leaving you for the woman that does. You know, you got to keep yourself up. Men are visual creatures, and this, that, and the third. And these are male-identified, male-centered women who, you know, they would cut off their nose in order to spite their face. You know what I mean? Like I said, they're male-centered. They would do anything that a man says they're attracted to, right? And especially, that's why I said a lot of these femininity coaches, these hypergamous women, they speak on, you know, hypergamy and things like that. A lot of their views are just not rooted in reality. And I get that you have to make content, but every situation is not as cut and dry as that, is what I'm saying. And I feel like a lot of empathy and a lot of sympathy has gone out of the window in order for people to use celebrities and whatever storyline is popping at the moment in order to twist it and project onto the person so that they can get clicks and views and sound like they're saying something actually profound when it has nothing to do with the actual situation at hand, right? So I just feel like we need to kind of take a look in the mirror, kind of tone it down a little bit, because it could be you. It could be anybody that you love. And what you guys are saying, I just don't feel like that's the truth at all, right? I just don't, because obviously this is a woman who was and is beautiful and is worthy. She just does not know and did not know her worth. And I don't know, I'm not sure who initiated the divorce, but I feel like this is the best thing for them both. Now he can go and he can be the bachelor that he's always wanted to be, the bachelor that he's always been, and she can find herself, hopefully. And I really hope she just gets her mental health together. I hope that she builds herself back up, you know, because she really was like gorgeous when she wasn't always dressed however it is that she dresses, because she actually does have her Instagram private, and I'm not going to request her so that I can just go be nosy, because it's not like I'm going, you know, to really connect with this lady. I'm not going to request her or do any of that. But I do feel like, you know, we just need to look at it from a higher perspective, and we need to just be honest and have conversations when there's a chance to have conversations, instead of being so shallow and surface level. But yeah, guys, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Turn on your notification bell so you can get notified if I do upload a longer video on this topic. And I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye.